for attending today's presentation. My name is Payne Davenport, and I will be your guest speaker. First off, let me begin by asking you a question. What drives you to become better? Is it your desire to provide and care for your family? Is it a value that was instilled in you at a young age? Perhaps even your motivation comes from a scar in your past, which pushes you to become better. If we each look deep within ourselves, most likely your passion for a better you comes from one of these three things. Personally, my passion for improvement comes from the latter question and leads into what I'm going to talk to you today. Not only do I crave knowledge, but possibly even more so do I crave physical improvement. This desire comes from a past where I had no self-confidence in myself. I was a very pudgy kid and did not like how my life was at the time. In correspondence with my obesity, at the time school was difficult. Not because I did not like learning, but when you're an obese person in middle school, life is hard. In order to lose the excess weight I had and to become healthier, I researched countless studies to exercise effectively and safely. What I'm here to do today is to relay information to you that will be beneficial and lasting for your overall health and give you more self-esteem in your life in general. These are proper diet and nutrition, the Golden 5 exercises, and how to recover both mentally and physically in a proper way. Firstly, and argued by many physicians to be the most important part of a healthy lifestyle, is nutrition and diet. There are two definitions we have to define, those of nutrition and diet. Nutrition encompasses two things, your vitamin and mineral intake, and the proper intake of the three macronutrients, which are proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Diet just refers to the quantity of the three macronutrients you're taking in. This leads us to our first point, which is what diets actually work. And to be honest with you, if you heard the word diet and saying, it works to some degree. However, the most important part of a diet is how healthy and beneficial it is for you in the long run. Let's use the most popular example, which I guarantee most of you have heard of, and that is a keto or ketogenic diet. This diet has become very popular, not because it is healthy in the long run, but because it gets you results very quickly. In the long run, a keto diet hurts anyone that uses it simply by the mechanics of how it works. In a nutshell, by scrapping your body's intake of carbs, your body releases ketones, or tiny fat molecules that your cells can use for energy, instead of glycogen or blood sugar. This process is called ketosis. This is in essence the same process that would happen to you if you were stranded in the wilderness and couldn't find food. Your body would be breaking down the excess body fat in your system in order to preserve the proteins that are already in your muscles and your vital organs. This ultimately leads to less muscle mass than you had before, which makes it harder to burn fat in the future over time. This leads into my second point, which is what diet is proper for both short and long-term benefits. This is what is called a 50-50 diet. It's simple, where your macronutrient intake is 50% protein and 50% both carbs and fats. This allows your body to slowly get rid of excess body fat and still not starve your cells and muscles so that your muscles can grow and develop. The other side of the health coin is a proper exercise and strength program. Firstly, we need to know how muscle is built. When muscles undergo strenuous activity, there is a certain degree of damage or trauma to the targeted areas. Then, the areas outside the targeted muscles release satellite cells that bond to the damaged areas of the muscle and fuse together new muscle fibers, thereby increasing size and strength. This in turn increases your muscle's need for nutrients and calories, thereby burning off more fat and carbs. But this raises the question of how do you damage your muscles in the proper way without injuring yourself? And this is by using a proper progressive overload program, including the Golden 5 exercises. The Golden 5 exercises include compound movements such as squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, bench press, and overhead press. And when done correctly, they break down your muscles for regrowth, increase joint mobility, and overall body plasticity. And according to an article from the Mayo Clinic, exercising regularly can help reduce the symptoms and restrictions of chronic arthritis, and if done earlier in your life and done in discipline and throughout your whole life, can prevent arthritis at all. Each of these exercises targets more than one specific muscle group and exercises both the targeted areas and the core muscles. That's why they're called compound movements, more than one. For example, a squat, when done correctly, gets a great majority of the vertical stability needed when the bracing and studies is equivalent to about 15 to 20 crunches for every one squat. Lastly, one of the most important parts of maintaining both physical and mental health is proper rest and recovery. Rest and recovery times depend on two factors: the age and the activity level of the person in question. An article by the National Sleep Foundation found that if you are deprived of sleep, your levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, are increased, and your body's ability to produce glycogen, the carbohydrate used during physical activity, is exponentially increased. It is a general rule that people who are active need more sleep than those that do not. For males that are active in a physical fitness regimen, they need around 8 to 10 hours of sleep per day, and women need anywhere from 12 to 14. Women require more sleep because they have a smaller amount of reparative hormones such as testosterone and HGH. In conclusion, ever since man learned that his tribe could settle and become an agrarian society, the human race as a whole has become increasingly more sedentary. This was even further expanded upon by the Industrial Revolution, where technology began to increase and innovate at an exponential and unprecedented rate. This is why nutrition and physical activity is so important. Today, instead of hunting and gathering from your food and getting plenty of mobility, you can have it sent to you in a matter of a few clicks, or you can just drive to the local grocery store and your car does the calorie burning for you. The object of the physical fitness industry is not to body shame or harass. The goal of any person should be to become the best version of themselves they can possibly become. That is what the true advocates of personal fitness convey. That is why scientists and other fitness innovators designed all the fitness equipment you can see today. It's to boost your overall activity level and make sure you're a healthy human being. When you go home today, you can do one of two things. You can forget the information I have told you today, or you can adopt the advice I've given and benefit your overall life and keep you healthy and happy in the long run. Just remember one saying: be happy and have fun. Thank you.